Okay, so welcome, Kathy. Here we are to share our thoughts and some inspirations about the event that you are facilitating beginning next Monday, May the 3rd, called Real Magic.
Mhm.
So we're here to hang out and hopefully inspire some other women to come and join us, but mostly just to talk about what real magic is. So
Right.
I'm going to hand over to you because you're the one that's brought this through you. Tell us all about real magic.
Sarah, thank you. Thank you for having me on today. Um, you know, I never know. I've been doing these summits for about a year now, a little bit over a year, I guess. And I never know until just a month or so beforehand what's going to drop in. But this one is called Real Magic, Real Women Creating Real Change. And I'm of the opinion, there's a lot of talk out there about all different kinds of magic. And I think all of those things have their place. But I know that you yourself have had this experience, and I know I've had it several times in my life where I'm not really looking to make anything happen or do an incantation or make a potion or whatever. It's not like that. It's a time for me when I drop inside and I go, um, I know that in a perfect world, this is what I would be doing, and this is what would make me happy. And there may be hesitation, there may be fear, there may be trepidation, but I take a step. I dip my toe in. I step out just a little bit, and spirit comes to meet me. And I take another step. And suddenly I go. The first time I ever had this experience was, I hate to say this out loud, but 30 years ago. I was in my mid 20s, early 30s. And I was a survivor of domestic violence. And all of a sudden, I'm doing daycare in my home, and all of these women bring me their children and end up on my couch and telling me the same story that I just lived. And I said to myself, there needs to be a place. There needs to be a place where these women can go. And sure enough, there was. I found it. I ended up running it. And within 10 years, we had a brand new state of the art shelter. And it wasn't anything we set out to do. It was just, you take a step towards spirit, you listen to that voice, and spirit rises to meet you. And I've had that happen to me over and over, again and again and again. And I know that right now on this planet, we need every woman, every woman, every man that is hearing that call to step in. And that's what this summit is about. It's women from all over the globe telling their story. It's like, we have women like yourself that went from making little to no money doing what you love to supporting your whole family doing what you love in a whole different country, living your dream and supporting other women to live theirs. We have women that have healed themselves from cancer twice on their own terms. Um, and so all of those women have gathered together to tell their story and inspire others, to give them tidbits and encouragement to step in and step out and allow the juiciness that's on this planet right now to come in and support and hold them up so that we all can make the shift we need to make right now. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's good to hear the overview. It's good, Kathy. So, yeah, so there's a huge audience for this, a huge
Right?
amount of women and maybe men too who will get inspired by knowing that it's possible. That's what it's about, isn't it? Having, because sometimes our dreams are very real inside us, but when we don't have anybody in front of us, so to speak, because many of us doing this kind of work are kind of already on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're pioneering, we're on the front end of things.
Right.
And so when we look ahead, we if we look outside of ourselves, sometimes we don't get to see the real people, not
Right.
just the people saying do this and this will happen, but people who have actually done it
Yeah.
and living it, the real difficult stuff.
Right. And, yeah, there's some difficult pieces, but when we all band together and when we all support each other, it's very, very doable. And my vision is just all of us grabbing hands and jumping in together.
Yeah. And you're so right, hearing your story about the center that you created. That's amazing. We had the same experience moving to France. I mean, a little bit different, but same kind of thing. Because our dream to move to France was like years old. We've been talking about it for years. We'd even come here together years ago, but kind of gone, well, how do we do that kind of thing? And what actually happened was set in stone, not set in stone, was set in motion a few years back. But when we committed, which was actually when we put our house on the market, it was like within 3 months we were here. It just happened really quickly.
Right.
And now we often say to ourselves, we look around us and we've got 2 cats who are very sensitive, like real spectrum cats almost, and we kind of think, how did we do this? How did
Right.
we get from there to here and we're all intact? How did we do that? And we actually look at ourselves and say, I don't know how we did this. But what we did was we offered ourselves up to our dream and took the first step.
Right.
And this wave just came up and carried us here. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. And, that's the story. I mean, there's several women. Anaya Sophia had the same experience not very long ago where they were I think they were out on a walk. They were out and about in France and happened by this huge place that was for sale. And they said, why not? And now she's there. And if you watch her Facebook page, she is, creating all of these rooms so people can come and stay in this beautiful, idyllically spiritual place. And I had the same experience with the shelter. When I first started there at the very beginning, it was just a little house. And this was back in the 90s, and there was a big flood in Missouri, and a lot of money became available. And we were looking around for places that we could add on to the little house. And a couple of years before, my staff and I had been on a trip, and we were driving home. And I said, in a perfect world, if we could have all the money that we needed to make a new shelter, what would we want? And we made a list. And I just threw that list in a file cabinet drawer, and I didn't look at it for 2 years. And after the flood, I got a phone call from my board president, and he said, what are you doing? And I said, working. He says, let's go look at a new shelter. And there was a building out on 30 acres in the woods that was built to code. It had been a group home. And I mean, it was beautiful. It was like brand new, and people couldn't make the payments. And the bank let us use the grant money to lease it, and we raised the money to pay for it. When I left the shelter, it was totally paid for. We had $100,000 in the bank. And
Wow.
it was just like, when all you have to do is show up and say yes. And, be really clear with spirit what you want. Those dreams and visions aren't given to you to make you miserable. They're given to you so you'll follow them. So it's like, when they show up, when you get that tap on the shoulder, it's not so you can say, I can't. It's so you can say, how? Show me, give me what I need so I can.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Lovely, lovely. So tell us about the event. I know you have, but can you give us the practical details?
Sure.
The
So
link
we
to join is actually with our video here, but tell us what to do.
So all you have to do to join, you can find the link at www.real-magic.org. Go there, sign up. You'll get an email from me. If you can't sign up, there's a little note down there and you can email me and I'll sign you up. Sometimes there's little glitches in the computer. We start Monday at 10. There'll be a live presentation at 10 Central Time. And then we'll open up 5 more speakers and you can watch any of them as often as you want for 48 hours. The next day, we open up another 5 and we do that. I believe there's 24 speakers this time. So you'll get to hear from women all over the globe that are doing exactly what Sara, you and I did, and living their dream and stepping in and allowing spirit to lead them. And you'll find, and they all have tons of free gifts that are amazing, that you can access many of them right now. So while you're waiting for the speakers to come on and go live, you can jump in.
You can start now.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, great. Yeah, well, I can see Maria. Maria's a graduate of the Flower Essence diploma that I run. And Maria's signed up, so we'll see you there, Maria. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to share this with everybody. I'm happy to be collaborating with you and all these amazing women. Mm-hmm. And I look forward to listening in with everybody next week. So Kathy said it was you're starting Monday, 10 o'clock Central Time. So I think that's about 4 o'clock European time and about 3 o'clock UK time. But we can catch the recordings anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they'll be up for 48 hours. So you can watch them if you happen to miss. Don't feel like you're going to miss out. I will make sure. Yeah.
So
UK time, I'm thinking, see, 10, 11,
12. So I think we're 6 hours different here, aren't we?
Yeah.
What's the time for you right now?
Yeah, I believe it's 4 UK time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 3 or 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just need to check the Central Time.
I'll send out an email right before, like 30 minutes before, so everybody has a chance to get on if they want.
Yeah. Fab. So. Okay, well, we look forward to seeing many of you there. And thank you, Kathy, for sharing and doing this amazing work.
Thank you, Sara.
Amazing. Because I know there's a lot of passion goes into getting things like this together, but it's time to make a difference, isn't it? On the ground, which is what you're doing.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a great way to start our new growing season. We timed it so that it'd be right around Beltane. So it's a great way to just jump in and, COVID is starting to open. It's starting to kind of settle and things are starting to open up. So I feel like it's a great way to just jump in and really do something good in the world.
Yes. Shift the focus.
For sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
And
so welcome. Thank you.
you've signed up. Let us know, and let us know as well in the comments what inspires you about what Kathy does. I know it's inspired me again and again and again. We need it constantly, don't we? Thank you, Kathy. And
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Sara.
everybody, for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.